Welcome, Heather Langenkamp.
Mention the stars above us, Wes Craven and John Saxon, who as part of A Nightmare on Elm Street, I know are here on this All Hallows Eve, encouraging and bringing all their best wishes to Robert Barton Englund on this very special day. And then I also want to acknowledge the incredible celestial luminaries of all the cast and crew who are here to celebrate Robert. I'm talking about all the actors and actresses who were able to fight Freddie in one way or another. All of us, we're so excited to be here. And then you fans out there! You are stars to us. And in our 40 years of meeting you and greeting you, we know how important you are to the success of our careers, and that is not a lie. I have had the privilege of acting with Robert Englund in 3 films, and I feel I'm uniquely qualified to, speak about him because I was there the day Freddie was born. Now, they did a lot of months of preparing the special effects makeup that he would wear. They had many weeks of preparing a costume that would bring forth that incredible silhouette of Freddy Krueger that we all know so well. And when I look at this 5-pointed star in front of me with Robert's name on it, I think of the 5 fingers of that oily, dirty glove that he wore on his right hand. That glove dreamed up by Wes Craven. He was an unapologetic visionary, telling us how evil can be. And on that glove were 4 knives for fingernails. That primal fear we all have of beasts in the wild that can just rip us to pieces when we're not even aware of it. So these elements all became part of Robert on these very early days of Nightmare on Elm Street. And with those 4 fingernails, he not only slashed 4 victims in the movie, but he slashed the Hollywood idea of what a villain is and what he could be, and as Eli already said, what he would say. Because Wes did make a villain that could speak, and not only speak, but with wit and even eloquence. I will never forget the moment I saw Freddie come to life. It was in the back alley in Venice, here in California, behind Tina's house. They went down the alley, everything was smoky, cameras were on a dolly waiting for this moment, and Robert Englund, always rehearsing until they rolled the camera. He would work on his right shoulder, dipping a little lower than his left, the glove, always ready to flash you at a given moment. He was always working until they said rolling, and then he did something magical. It was like this for the 10 years that I had the privilege of working with Robert. Not gonna look over there. This moment was so terrifying. The take goes along, and Robert Englund raises his glove and he says, "This is God."
Yeah.
Woo! It was blasphemous. It was hideous. It was so evil. It sent chills up every spine in that back alley. And for the first time, I realized, holy shit, I'm in a slasher movie. Later, my agents asked me to politely not include it on my resume. But all I want to say is not only did he have this voice, it was gravelly, it was sneering, there was a little spittle involved. It was incredibly, it set your teeth on edge the minute Robert took on Freddie's voice. And he married that demented sneer with this wonderful portrayal of the most evil character you can think of. So my stories about Robert are so different than my stories about Freddie. Fred Astaire always said that Ginger Rogers did everything he did, but backwards in high heels. Well, all I would like to say today is that Freddie and Robert did everything I did, but in half an inch of latex and a huge deadly weapon on his right hand. When we fought, it was Robert who choreographed our fights for the most part, and he always made sure the glove was the third lead in the shot. He always made sure it was just close enough to my face to give me shivers, but not to actually cut me. And so when I look at those scenes on film, I see the magic of Robert Englund, the classically trained actor, Royal Academy alumni. He came to set every day with something to give Wes Craven to create this magical character that we all know and love so much. So, this man has put his mark on Hollywood. Wes Craven put his mark on a genre with the help of Bob Shea, who believed in his crazy idea. I call to these celestial bodies above to thank them for the opportunity I had for letting me even be in the same room as these luminaries. 100 years from now, no one will walk across this star and say, "Who was Robert Englund?" His mark on our business and this genre and our popular culture, and I'd say even the world, has been indelible and will live in infamy forever. This might be the third time you've heard this line today because it's such a great line. But I would just like to heartfully say, welcome to prime time, bitch.